Alright, hello and welcome to Fayfinders, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast navigating listeners into the vague and supernatural. My name is Ashley Elizabeth and I will be your dungeon master for Campaign Voyage. And with me is the stupendous Sam.
Привет, как дела?
The outstanding Austin.
Aloha.
The amazing Amancio.
Hello.
The radical Rachel.
Hi.
And last but not least, Comrade Kai.
Hello.
Incredible.
Now, let us return to the island. Last time you all returned from the council's cave to the town of Thetis Island, but not before Styx could have a conversation with Morgana. You all proceeded with your week with Annabelle having ballet and temporarily words are good tonight. With Annabelle temporarily taking over Willow's position on the island until she gets better. Ari looked at some religious texts her father used to read. Oko spent some time with Samuel and the library where he found something to decode his book. Fred looked into where the location of Merlin's tower might be, and Styx finally got a role at the community theater play of Camelot.
Finally, my time to
At the end of the
shine.
week, you all went... Alright, At the end of the week, you went out to find Merlin's tower and encountered an old man with a long white beard and dark green robes who asked, Styx, are you awake? And that's where we left you.
Hello, Merlin.
I see, any weird things happened before this?
Many. Can we finally have a proper conversation now?
Of course, though I have to be cautious with what I say, of course, though I think you understand why I reached out in the first place.
Now I do, absolutely now I do, and I understand the secrecy and the importance of discretion. We've been keeping a lot of secrets lately.
Secrets can be good, but secrets can be bad.
Yes, indeed. Well, first, I must ask, is there any way to defeat Morgana and stop the next apocalypse person coming up?
There are things that can be changed and cannot be changed. When the future is written, it is written. But that's not to say everything has to go that way. When I see glimpses of what is to come, those visions cannot be undone. But it's only glimpses. I see all of you five standing with the council at the end of the world. That's only a glimpse. It's about, a couple seconds long.
So
That's
it's
not to know what comes before or what comes after, but it is something that will.
So maybe we're not on the council's side, maybe we're standing in that vicinity, but we actually aren't doing the ending of the world. It's kind of interpretation.
I cannot tell you what you are all going to do. That is for you to decide.
Right. Do you know how to unattach her from me? if there's any way to split our bond so she can't hurt me or my mother or my father.
Only when the prophecy has been fulfilled will you be separated from your council members.
Right.
1 second here. Styx, do you know Merlin? Like Merlin from Arthur? Merlin? Like the Merlin? The Merlin here, Merlin?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, we
aren't
go
you
way
supposed
back.
to be dead? Isn't he supposed to be dead?
No.
So, quick question. Because obviously you know about your crazy ex-girlfriend. Does she hate anything? Like olives, cucumbers, pickles, prunes, anything in particular?
I think,
Oh, she hated
yeah.
pickles on her sandwiches.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Of course, of course. It was only a fling. She's not really my girlfriend. It was like, we hooked up once and I immediately regretted it, and then she got like really upset,
Oh, you did that to her. See, I don't want to sympathize with her, but now I kind of get it.
No, it was like a heat of the moment. It was like, alright, I guess this is happening, and then, this is not good, and she got really attached really fast.
Sometimes it's alright. Your transgressions of your youth, we can move past this.
Youth? This guy's like 1,000 bajillion years old.
Right, so he did it a long time ago, so his transgressions of his youth. Not now.
Yeah, and she should be over
Around
it by
1,500 years ago.
Right.
I'm still not understanding, how are you still alive? Like...
Arthur is the once and future king. I stood by his side when he once. I wait for the future.
Yeah, your future king
I
is...
have magic. What do you expect?
Your future king is, that guy, and I'm gonna point to Fred.
I'm not Arthur. Oko,
That's not Arthur.
see, even Merlin agrees. I'm not the future king. I was never the once king. But
Yeah, but
Merlin,
you have the castle.
that's not Camelot. It's just some castle. I should really learn the name of it if I'm... Well, it's Castle Fred now. The old name doesn't matter, I suppose.
So is it like a reincarnation thing? You're always alive and just waiting, and Arthur reincarnates whenever the clock ticks the right number and the moons align or something?
That I am unsure. All I know is I've just been using magic to keep myself alive, waiting for Arthur's return. What that looks like, I don't really know. I'm just kind of waiting.
Right.
So, Merlin, do you have any advice for us about if we should continue going along? Like, is there an opposing side? So, like, you are part of the good council of people, right? Because there's a bad council of people. So, balance for the world, right? Is there, like, a way that we can, like, kind of come over this way? And Styx, like, gestures over, like, closer to Merlin's right shoulder, like, over this,
There is only one council. That council, You see, there was a prophecy. I hope you would know it at this point. But that prophecy was undecided. It wasn't necessarily supposed to be good or evil. I'm not quite sure if the current one is good or evil either way. It is up to their actions to decide that. It was a blank prophecy that 5 people came together and said, alright, this is ours.
I see.
So you're saying technically that even though these adults are technically the council, we also count as 5 people. So could we do what they want, sever, and then decide we're the council?
It is... the prophecy, what I sort of understand what happened is that these 5 individuals came together, did a bunch of hoodoo voodoo magic, locked themselves to the prophecy, therefore ensuring that it was theirs and their future, and then went from there. So it is technically them, but there was no one set to be in this prophecy when it was first announced by the oracle.
Merlin, are there a bunch of like loosey-goosey prophecies just floating around that we could do some magic on? And maybe there's a prophecy that's like, these 5 kids are gonna kick the ass of people trying to destroy the world and actually save it and totally undo any other prophecy. This prophecy overwrites any other prophecy, the end. And we could like tie ourselves to that one.
I've done my best, though prophecies have been spoken by oracles since the beginning of time. I've done my best to lock away any loose-ended prophecies. I'm not going to open them.
Merlin, so because the 5 council members have tied themselves and we are tied to the council members, could we overthrow them by means of potentially, if we were to obtain a holy grail and I was to maybe die and then take Morgana with me, then could I come back and take her place and then mess up their whole situation? What about that?
I cannot say for certain. I cannot predict what has not happened.
But just some advice.
Styx.
I cannot really say. It's not a matter of whether I know or not it's going to work. It's a matter of what I see is I don't know.
I see.
Well, one last question before we have to talk business about this table, maybe. But where can we find this prophecy? Because everyone keeps talking about it, but no one knows a whole lot about it.
Do you know have you heard the prophecy?
We've been, sort of. I mean, it's with an evil spin on it, and apparently it's not necessarily an evil spin prophecy, so maybe there's some bias in there?
Well, you know the prophecy, you can always inspect that yourself. I mean, I would hope that... I don't think the lines would have been changed.
Okay.
Merlin, if I was to ever need your counsel again, would I be able to contact you? Or is this like a one-time free trial period of, here you go, we meet, and then not again?
After Arthur died, I knew what was coming. I spoke with you, which was, for me, about 1,500 years ago, and then I moved my tower here. I've been waiting here ever since then. I will continue to wait until it happens.
Are you just doing a bunch of jigsaws? I hear that's very, the choice entertainment for many people. Jigsaws, crosswords.
I keep myself occupied. I talk to myself in the future. I talk to other people in the future. I talk to the past. I don't know, I just find things to preoccupy myself.
Sudoku, yes.
Quick question for you, Merlin. You are supposed to guide Arthur as the future king, right?
Yes, I will stand by his side and do either or.
And if the world ends, Arthur can't be reincarnated. So how is this supposed to go down exactly?
Well, I mean, that's up to what happens next. I mean, I don't think you all believe I'm going to hand this table over willingly.
Can we have one piece of it? Can we have a fabricated, almost identical, like, nobody can decipher a difference kind of Fool Morgana kind of a situation? Can we have one of those?
I think she will know. She's a very powerful sorceress.
But just like a piece of it. Like,
Well,
even just
Are we talking business now?
Sure.
This was the business I meant.
Maybe just a leg. Can I have half of a leg?
I'm only going to give over the table if... Persuade me. How about we do that? How about you persuade me?
I will persuade
What
you.
do I get in return?
3 favors of whatever you choose and deem fit from me.
And... Curious, that could be fun.
Styx,
But-
I would be careful of how you word that.
3 favors, but I can't kill anybody, I can't bring anybody back to life, and I can't make anybody fall in love.
Do you want me to help you with negotiations?
I'm now a genie.
No more favors. You can't favor for more favors.
Oh yes, and you can't favor for more favors. You can't favor for more favors. And I just need a leg. I need some kind of proof that this is the table, that she can destroy a small piece of it, because we already talked about how it was far too heavy to bring the whole thing. So we just need a piece.
What,
Well,
didn't we say we were gonna each bring... Because doesn't she want to, like, destroy the whole table?
Yes, but I'm going to bring her a single leg and say we pushed it out the window and it's shattered, and we brought a leg because it was far too heavy.
We did tell her that we wouldn't necessarily bring the whole thing.
Oko, does that trouble you?
Excuse me? What do you...
I'm asking a question. I'm a curious old man.
Yeah, and your question is curious in of itself? Like, what? What are you
Like I
getting
said,
at?
I see things.
What are you getting at?
I don't know. What am I getting at?
Oh, you're gonna play that game. Okay. I see, yeah.
I'm a senile old man. I'm not sure I am at all times. I don't know. I ask questions.
Yeah, see...
He kind of gives you like a really smug grin.
See, I think you're just putting up that act so you can persuade people a little more easier because you're old and you're fragile and, oh, you're the little senile. It's like, no, I think you know exactly what you're doing and how much control you have.
Yes, I am far from fragile. If you weren't linked to the council, I could destroy you all in an instant.
Well, yeah, so you're just kind of proving my point here.
Okay,
But
so we're
because
not
we're
going to
linked to the
fight with
council-
Merlin.
Well, I never said that.
Don't fight with Merlin. We like Merlin.
Ah,
Right,
No,
Merlin?
but why specifically point out Oko?
yeah.
I don't know. Why did I?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say anything unless you tell me exactly what you're getting at because you're the one asking me the question.
Unless
you
he
wanna
saw that
know,
you were
then
being
just get
supportive
straight
of
to the point.
Morgana. You kind of were
Oko-
being supportive of Morgana, and we still haven't dealt with all of that, so that's probably wise, because he can see the future, kind of.
I'm just gonna say, Oko, have you ever spoken to elderly people? They kind of just like getting rises out of you.
Yeah, I
He
live
probably
with...
just picked you because of your fluffy, large-eyed demeanor or something, and
Or
decided
because-
to pick on you.
Because he supports Morgana.
I mean, that too.
But anyways, Merlin, we don't want to fight you. And I think we should deal with Oko and talk about why you support the end of the world, but also, so how about the table leg?
Well, your offer of 3 favors from you, Styx, is quite interesting. Though I think I would like to reciprocate that offer with one of my own. How about the whole group of you, just all together, owe me 3 favors, and I will make this table portable sized and send it on your way.
Deal. On my end.
Done.
I reluctantly
Do the rest of you agree?
Agree. I see why you and Morgana got together.
But we can't kill anybody. You can't ask for more favors. We can't do the love thing. You don't want to go back with her anyways. She's kind of crazy. And no maiming, torturing, or any such natures of that. Yes. Right? That's okay? The caveats?
That is perfectly fine with me.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm not opposed to playing matchmaker, Merlin, if that's the favor that you'd like to extract from me.
Nope. Listen, I really liked the Lady of the Lake, and then she got really mad when she found out about, like, the fling with Morgana, and it was just, like, a lapse in judgment, and she tried to kill me. But honestly, I'm not over her.
Well, you messed that one up, Merlin. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
the Lady
kind
of the
on
Lake?
you.
Is she still around?
The Lady of the Lake. Oh, yes. I'm not allowed to go near the lake.
Is she
Like,
still
which
single?
lake? And I'm gonna pull out the map and put it on the table.
What did you say, Fred?
Is she still single?
Oh.
Fred, keep it in your pants.
I'm just asking. I don't mean to imply anything. I'm just... Maybe she's moved on, Merlin, and that can give you some closure.
No.
So is she?
Nimue is still single.
Ah.
She's single.
The
Okay,
lake, though,
alright.
please, where on this map is she?
Well, you see, And he kind of points to the map, and that you see that there's 2 big lakes. Like, of course, there's more smaller lakes and ponds on Thetis. There's 2 big lakes on Thetis Island. One to the east and one to the west. He points to the one on the east.
Okay. Thank you, Merlin.
Oh, sorry, I meant west. West. He points to the one on the west.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Are
all
you
good.
sure?
I looked... That was an Ashley oopsie,
Okay.
not a Merlin oopsie.
Okay.
I thought it was like he was being funny. Like he's
I
senile.
was gonna say it's okay, Grandpa, but if it's an Ashley oopsie, I won't slight Merlin.
It's an Ashley oopsie. I looked at it and I saw I saw a thing and I went, yeah, that's right. And then I went, no, that's not right. So that's where she is.
Well,
And
thank you.
Fred, Nimue still means a lot to me, and I swear to Arthur, maybe one of my favors will be something to do with you if you go after her. I'm just saying.
Well, perhaps I'll wait until all the favors have been used up then. Huh?
Fred, he could probably disintegrate you right now.
Or, Merlin, if you'd like to assist us and maybe cease with the being difficult, I'll promise to back off. But I am pretty irresistible, or so I've been told. And I am a king, and I do have a castle.
That's fair.
Well, it's not best for me to meddle in things, especially when it could be quite dire. As much as I do want to intervene and prevent you from pulling any hot stuff on Nimue, I need to stay out of this.
Well, that's a shame, Merlin. I hate to hear it.
I know too much, that's the issue. Every time I meddle in something, I know what's gonna happen. It usually ends up worse than it was supposed to be.
That's actually very true and fair. But we don't need to worry about that for now. Can we have the table, please?
Alright, I can certainly do that. And he kind of waves his hands around and he says some words. And the table sort of floats up in the air. His sort of crystal ball on there floats off onto a shelf. And it becomes about the size of a basketball.
Awesome.
Thank you. Now, when are you... How are you going to... Are you just going to pop into my dreams again when you want something? How are we going to know, payment?
Well, you see, when I first contacted you, I didn't know it was going to end up in your dream. I knew it was going to come to you when you most needed it. That I wasn't quite sure, or how it was going to be received. I don't know, maybe on one of those fancy televisions you guys have, stuff like that. I wasn't sure. But, when I did send it out, it was for you to receive, and I guess that was when you needed it. You can just come here. I mean, I don't mind the company.
Oh, I'll bring grape juice boxes. And orange slices. It'd be great. Yes, we can chit-chat. I can pick your brain,
Yes,
actually,
sure.
too. I have a scene. And you know what's so funny? I'm playing Morgana in a play. Isn't that just dandy?
Oh, the irony!
I know, I
Very
know.
exciting.
I'm pretty excited.
Shouldn't we go get this table to Morgana, though? You can always come back and share your riveting poetry with Merlin. I'm sure he'd love it.
Merlin, you will. I know.
Of course, and maybe if I need to send another signal out, it will be received in your dreams. Who knows?
Sounds great. Alright.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, now when you want the table to be big again, just say "for the glory of Camelot," and it will get big again. So that's all I got to do.
Thank you. I take
Thank
the
you.
table
Of course, of
and
course.
I just carry it.
All right. One more thing. I would like to use my first favor.
What's that?
It is when I meddle in things I know the outcome of. Things always go wrong, like I said. But you don't know what's going to happen, and I've done my best to make sure I don't say too much here. What I want from all of you is to stop the council from destroying the world in their image. The world's going to end. The prophecy states it. But you don't know exactly what that means, nor do I. I just want to see a world where Morgana does not succeed, as well as nothing too really gross and creepy for when Arthur returns.
Done.
You got it.
That is the best outcome that we could hope for, and we're on the same page.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, that's hardly even a favor, Merlin. But hey, if, that's one step closer to Nimue, then I'm not one to argue.
Fred!
I'm kidding, of course.
I don't like this kid.
I won't bring him back, don't worry.
Hey!
You have the game of a baby fawn, Fred. I don't know if some experienced woman is gonna fall for that, no offense.
She could be a cougar. Who knows?
Cool.
Baby. But you know what? Maybe you and your girlfriend wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Well, thank you so much for all of your
Yes.
help.
Get out of here. Go on.
And see you soon for grape juice boxes and poetry.
Absolutely.
Oko will wait for everyone to leave, and he'll look to Merlin and, can you just tell me what you were getting at?
I know things that you don't, and those things I cannot say. Though I can say you are an interesting character in this story.
Well, I don't know if to take that as a compliment or an insult, but thanks for at least answering. Well, see you around, I guess. Good day, Merlin.
He gives you a little wink, and a little gush of wind pushes you out the door and he closes it.
I like that. Styx is gonna walk with Ari as we go back to the cave.
Oh boy.
Alright. So, are you guys saying anything? I just don't want to take away any conversations, but You guys are heading back to the cave?
Yes.
Yeah. Styx
I'll
just wants
probably-
to walk with Ari.
I'll probably be teasing Fred about Nimue.
Look, okay. You guys know I was kidding about Nimue, right? Like the Lady of the Lake. I mean, geez. Could you imagine the pruning? She's down there all the time. She's got to be all like wrinkly. Her and Merlin, perfect fit. But I was just trying to get her eyes out of the guy. All right, I don't want to date the lake lady.
Is
No,
there
we're gonna
anybody
make this
you
happen
do
now.
want to date though? Come on, any girls you like at school?
I'm a little
Fred.
preoccupied with the world ending. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't have time for any of that.
Okay.
but before all of this?
Before all of this, I was barely at school. On account of, and I kind of point at my antlers that are spreading from my head.
Are you too afraid to say because that person's here?
Look, we just don't need to talk about this. I'm not dating any lake ladies. I'm not dating anyone. There's more important things to be worried about. I have a castle that I have to run. I'm a very busy man.
Nice aversion, Fred.
You didn't say
Yeah.
no.
Well, just keep telling people you're busy.
It's not a lie. I'm busy.
No,
okay?
I know it's just our parents.
Ooh, shut down.
What do you mean? I didn't shut them down. Shut them down how? Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh boy.
No,
Make a
explain
poem
this.
about this. An
Explain
epic
this.
romance tragedy gone wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not me and Fred. Wait, is that what you guys are saying? No! No! Gross! Ew! Sorry.
You've
No.
kind of been. I mean, you guys like pretty much always hang out and.
Could have been a little more subtle.
We're just friends. We're like siblings.
It's like
that would be-
siblings.
yeah, that was so weird.
I would never kiss Fred. Sorry, Fred. You look okay and everything. I won't be mean, but you're like a brother to me. There's just something wrong about it. I won't say that our parents haven't tried, but
Oh, they certainly have.
it isn't right. Which is why I'm pushing him to date somebody. Because if he dates somebody, then it'll break my mother's heart, and she'll leave me alone about marrying up the ladder to the great Fred Van Duren. Gag.
Annabelle, I'm very, very busy, but in between all your gardening, you could always find time to get together with someone.
That's true. Maybe I should bring home a potato with a small smiley face on it. And I can hide a smaller potato under my shirt and tell my parents that I'm pregnant. And I'm pregnant with a potato baby. And his name is Jerry. That would
Your
be a
mom
good
would
one.
commit you to the psychiatric ward
She would.
immediately.
She would.
Oku's
You guys
gonna.
are adorable.
Oku's gonna lead over to Styx and be like, "Isn't this little love dance they do cute?"
Yes, it is. I'm making a lot of notes. I'm going to write a whole stanza.
Oh,
It's
I'd
going to be
love to hear
epic.
it.
Oh, you will.
I'd love to hear that.
Can
Tonight
we
at the
just
beach.
keep walking?
Yeah, just speed walk to the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Fred walk ahead, and I'm gonna stay away from him because of what everyone else is saying.
Tonight at the beach, we're doing epic poetry
All right.
readings.
Alright, so you guys head back to the cave. Was there any specific conversations you guys wanted to have before we went back?
Nope.
No, I think we got it all
I feel
out.
like
I think we
that's
did
it. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head back to the cave, you head inside, you find Morgana on her throne again. She kind of looks at you all, eyebrow raised.
Is my throne there?
Not at the moment.
Morgana, can you get me my throne too, please? I want to be dramatic in my reveal.
Oh, of course. And she kind of does a bit of magic, and poof, there's your amethyst throne again.
Amazing. I run over and I sit down on it. Thank you. Alright, so we got this thing, and I have to say some words that are going to make you very uncomfortable, but just don't worry about it for now. It'll be like 2 seconds, okay? And then Styx puts down the table on the ground, like, in a place where it's not gonna, like, explode on people when it expands. She says, "For the glory of Camelot." And I'm sitting in my throne as
And
it, like...
whoomp. This table just goes whoom, and it comes into this large size, just as you saw it in Merlin's tower. Morgana, kind of, her eyes widen, a giant grin on her face. She kind of stands up and walks around the table, her arm just kind of catching the side as she walks around. Oh, this is not her voice. Well, give me a moment as I get out of this. Oh, it's been a very long time since I've seen this table. A very, very long time indeed. And she sort of does she moves her hands around and she just beats her fist onto the table and it cracks in two.
Beautiful. Ah, now this is nice. Would you like another juice box?
Oh, absolutely. That was fantastic the first time.
I know. They are my favourite. Alright. And Styx pulls out a juice box from her bag and hands it, and she takes out a juice box for herself, and she's sitting on her amethyst throne cross-legged.
So we brought
Well, fantastic work.
we brought the table back pretty quickly too.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
the third thing?
The third thing is a little bit trickier, and I'm willing to give you, at least, I think a month of preparation could be good. Well, you see, it's Excalibur, which wouldn't be too hard had Merlin not thrown it into the lake.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, we know the lake.
Shh,
The
no.
one with Nimue?
Oh my god.
Yes. You know.
Well, we may not know where it is for sure, but it's the lake with the sword.
Yeah, isn't that in, like, all the stories?
How-
The Lady of the Lake with the sword, and she comes out and she's like, here's the sword.
I mean, not exactly. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, sort of. I would like Excalibur, but yes, Nimue does have it, and Nimue sort of like locked herself away after Arthur died, and like has sort of been protecting the sword and all her little trinkets and stuff in her underwater whatever. I don't even totally know. Not exactly allowed down there. But yeah, she has it, so that'll be just a little difficult to get.
How are we
Isn't,
gonna get
like-
underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to go underwater.
But
yeah.
how are you gonna give us some fancy thing to go underwater, or do we just have to like practice holding our breath for the next month and hope we meet the bottom of the lake before we run out?
Well, it's not exactly just a regular lake, right? It's got magical properties to it, and I mean, there is a way to get invited down into her sort of underwater castle.
Okay.
There is?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. She's a little more welcoming to others. I mean, like, she had, like, Lancelot down there and stuff. But, like, it's kind of like an invite thing. So you're gonna have to figure out how to get Nimue to allow you down there.
Did you ever go down there?
No, not allowed.
Do you think
Why
if I
not?
serenaded her with a poem, she'd be, more forthcoming?
She might be more something for sure. It all depends on what, poem you use.
Oh, I'll pick my very best.
Sure. But you do know something, Morgana. Look it. surprised. Congratulations.
I know things. I know lots of. This sounds like a very backhanded compliment.
It
Oh.
always is from her.
She catches on quick.
Unfortunately. Not everyone
You guys are
does.
little dicks.
Hello, yes. I'm drinking my juice.
Yeah, not you or Oko. I like Sticks and Oko.
Mm.
3 of you.
We're bonding. We've had some bonding time. I got my own throne. It's purple.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oko can't have his own
So,
throne. He's
the-
not your champion.
Whoa. Hey,
No, I.
could I get a throne?
No.
Why don't we leave the throne fighting for, later personal time? Maybe we should figure out on how to get invited down to the bottom of the lake castle thingy.
Okay, how about this? What if I took off my arms and, threw them into the lake and then just, felt around to see if I could feel a sword. And then, if that works, then I can bring my arms back up and then we have it and we don't even need to go under the water.
Sticks, if you take your arms off, how do you plan to get them back on?
Like normal, you just kind of pop them back into their sockets and then they just go back on.
So you're talking about dislocating them, but then
No.
how do you get them into...
No, I
No?
literally take them off of my person. They're not just dislocated, they just come off of my body. And then
Oh.
they can do things, and then they come back.
Does that mean
And
your
you-
head can dislocate from your body and you're still alive?
Yes, I can decapitate myself.
So, could you... Oh, wow. Okay.
But,
Right.
not in a
Right.
bad
Forgot.
way.
Brushing past that, could you just... Can you drown?
I have never tried.
Well, if you ever want to, let me know.
Don't recommend it.
No, I don't want to try. Actually, DM, do I have lungs in a skeleton form? Would I drown?
Did we? I gotta look at what I made for you. Like, I gotta
Okay.
double check. Let me look.
Okay, because
I
have
definitely tried
replaceable
writing
limbs.
something.
I have removable
Let's
limbs, and I have
let
replaceable
me
limbs.
quickly pull it up.
Yeah, so I can, if I have a limb be cut off, I can just take another dead body's arm and just put it on my arm and be like, it's my arm
Yeah.
now.
Cool.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
so
don't.
you have, so for reference, for the viewers, we made a homebrew race for Sticks because we wanted to do kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean thing where it's the daytime you look somewhat human, kind of like a mummy kind of a thing, and then at night Sticks is a skeleton, as we discovered in episode 1. But Sticks has, so for racial traits, you do not gain any additional languages outside of common. Dark vision, you see in darkness, shades of gray up to 30 feet. Replacing limbs, you may restore a limb if you lose/destroy it by finding a suitable replacement and then using an action to retach it. Undead ancestry, you have advantage on saves against poison damage. Night form, from dusk to dawn, your form changes from a humanoid to a skeleton. Your organs disappear and your appearance is changed to a skeleton. Removable appendages, when in your skeleton form, you are able to remove your appendages and operate them remotely. Limbs must be reattached before reverting to the humanoid form. So your organs disappear.
Yeah, so I can't drown because I have no lungs. So, guys, I don't have lungs in my skeleton form, so I can't drown because I just don't have any. There's nothing to fill with water. So, how about that? We can do that. I can try. I can't die.
You
not
could.
that way. I can't drown, is what I mean. I can't die from being in the water.
But why don't we just try maybe bringing her sea kelp cakes or something first, instead of just jumping in the water and being knock knock, who's home? We're here, uninvited guests, let us in.
I would agree with Annabelle The only issue I have with your plan, Sticks, is we'd have to be out in the forest at night. And that's
Yes.
something we should try to avoid if at all possible. And hey, who knows? Maybe she has a soft spot for kings and she'll just let me down there.
No, in what way?
Shut up, Oko.
Oh, yes, we're still going for this epic romance. Okay, well, I think if we need to do it, if there's like an emergency and we have to, I can just jump in there and just like go for it.
Last resort.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we just go get the sword now.
Well, we plan. We plan.
Well, we've got some time. Should probably at least figure out, what we're dealing with.
Yes. That sounds good. Research. Libraries. Indeed. We shall venture forth tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I would like to stay and do toenail art with Morgana and drink grape juice boxes, if that's okay with you guys.
You can do whatever you want, Sticks.
Okay, because I would like to do toenail art. I want to have a little hibiscus stamp. Is that funny that I go like weirdly specific like that?
No.
That-
I mean, it's great.
I was just gonna say I walk away.
I mean, I love because
but then I realized, like, do you even have toenails? Like, I feel like Annabelle would be like, sure, yeah, whatever, and then turn around and be like, wait, how does this work?
hey, nails are bones.
Yeah.
They are. They're keratin. So.
Yeah.
It would still be there. My toe. I would just put it on my toe.
Your toe bone?
Yeah, my toe. I mean, I have skin right
Toe
now.
bone.
For now.
So, what are we doing?
I'm doing toenail art and drinking grape juice boxes on our thrones.
Alrighty, you guys are having a bit of a girls' night. You Sticks and Morgana. I love how you said hibiscus, because, like, I feel like anyone who's gotten, like a pedicure or manicure knows exactly what the hibiscus
yes.
flower looks
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Yep.
Because it's, like, one of the first things on those little pages that they give you to pick from the nail
Yep.
art.
Yep.
It's, like, the first page, always. And it's always, like, in a red or a purple.
Yep.
I want
Or,
to
like, a
black.
white.
Or
It could also
white,
be in
true.
white.
I want a black hibiscus. And I want to pick her brain about how best to play Morgana in the play, because then maybe I can get an advantage, because, of course, my performance will be heavily researched.
Yeah, you can certainly have that time with her. She's kind of telling you all these, big stories, all these battles she's had with Arthur and trying to defeat him. She kind of, it's more of just the Arthurian legends, basically. So you can kind of go off and do that. Is anyone else doing anything in specific?
I'd go back and check on Willow again if we're kind of scattering for the day to evening.
Yeah, you can certainly go check on Willow. Is there anything, like, you kind of knock on the door and she invites you in?
Just kind of checking in, seeing how she's doing, letting her know that I gave the feather thing to Edmina.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. So just make sure you're doing what she needs you to do. How have you been, feeling magically wise? Do you feel okay doing what you're doing?
I mean, yeah, like it's coming pretty naturally, I think. I mean, there hasn't been any problems, really, with my magic itself. Well, actually, I have a question for you. So, this island magic stuff, can it, like physically change things. Like I know I can change the plants and the earth and blah blah blah. But let's say I had like a map and the map started to look kind of different. Could that be magical?
Well, I mean, certainly the more you learn how to be a druid, you can shape the world around you. But I mean, a map's a map, Annabelle. It doesn't... I mean, you're a very smart girl. I think you would know that you change something on the Earth, it's not going to just appear on a map without some sort of human interaction.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I spilled a glass of water on the map, and I think it was just kind of one of those ones where, like, they drew one map, but then something changed, so they just, like, fixed one area, and because I, like, spilled some water, the crayons kind of started to lift off. Just wanted to cover my bases and make sure.
Yeah. Alright, well, please don't spill water on maps. I mean, I feel like Edmina would be very upset about that.
It wasn't her map, don't worry, and I dried it, and it turned out totally okay again, so don't have to worry, Willow, I'm working hard.
Or hardly working.
That one too, yep. Well, I am actually working hard, but Edmina's gonna get me to help her with some stuff with Fred, I think, later. So, yeah, stuff to do. Won't let you down.
Yeah, well, keep at it. I should be good, hopefully, by next week, and we can kind of go off and do more things, and, maybe we can do some meditation and connect with the island a bit more. That could be good for you.
Yeah, I'd really, really like that. But don't push yourself. I can take care of things until you're better.
I'm relying on you too.
I know. I won't let you down, Willow. I promise.
I know you won't. You hate your dad too much.
I do. But, Willow, actually, even though it was a weird way that I came to you, I'm really glad that I ended up choosing to be the caretaker of the island or helper. I'm really enjoying what you're teaching me. So, it's not just about him anymore. Just so you know.
I mean, hey, you came around to being a druid pretty quickly, I must say. I wasn't expecting that. I was fully prepared to have to do whatever it took to get out of that situation, and I wasn't expecting you to come through. Not to say that you wouldn't. It was just a lot of pressure and not a lot of time what happened.
My mom's had me in ballet since, probably since I could walk, so I can handle pressure. Nothing like the Nutcracker coming up, or teachers, they do this thing with leg testing where they, tie ankles to your weights, and then weights to your ankles, and then you have to, lift up your legs and make sure that you keep them perfectly straight. And, it's really tough. It's really hard, so I know how to persevere. Pressure tests all the way.
Well, I definitely trust you. I was quite surprised at how well you connected to the island, and how quickly. I mean, I know we spoke about it a little bit, but you succeeded a lot faster and with less challenges than I did, so I think it's gonna work out fine.
It was also about you, Willow. The only reason that it worked out was 'cause it was about you. You've been really nice to me and understanding, and I know at times I can kind of have an attitude, but I do
sometimes
care about you. I'm getting there, okay? It's a work in progress, but I care about you, Willow. So I'm sure that the island cares about you too.
I know the island does care for me. It's just, it was quite frankly amazing to see how quickly you connected to it. I'm just trying to give you a compliment.
Well, I appreciate it. Do you need anything before I go?
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, I'll check back in the next little while, okay?
Alright, make sure you're still taking care of yourself and whatever you need to do.
I am. Don't worry. Been lots going on lately, but there's always time for my teacher. I'll see you later, Willow. And I'll kind of like run out the door and not try to slam the door, but like very, very awkwardly leaving. Heart to hearts are not my forte.
Alright. Yeah, you skedaddle. Anyone else doing anything?
I was going
That sounds... Oh,
go to the library and look at books on how to behave kingly.
okay. Certainly. Alright, I'll pull this out of my ass. Alright, Alright, you head to the library. Are you getting assistance or are you looking yourself?
I'm looking myself. I can't let word about this castle get out.
Alright, roll investigation, just flat.
That is a 15. Yeah, 15.
Alright, you find sort of a mix of what was expected of nobles back in medieval times, as well as just an etiquette book. And you kind of go through those. You see which forks you're supposed to grab and which spoon is for what, and you kind of look through all that sort of etiquette, as well as just, keeping up politics. Normally you marry for power, that kind of a thing. Just kind of going through all those, and it's a king's duty to protect the people in the land however they see fit.
Wonderful.
Alrighty.
I was hoping to go to the library as well. Because I wanted... would I have finished my translation by now?
You definitely did. That's how you
I
leveled
see.
up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd
So
go back
you
and
finished your
return the
translation.
book.
Alrighty. So you only translated a portion of it, I will say. Because if you translated the entire thing, then, that's gonna make things a little tougher for me, and being like, alright, well, Austin, you got a pen and paper, because here we go. So that's how you've kind of figured things out. So you have a portion of it translated at the moment.
Okay. I'll return the book for now, and then I'll probably pick it up later at some point. But for now, I'm good with what I got.
Alrighty, you return your book. Anything else?
Can I see if I see Fred there?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, fuck. 7.
Excuse me, mister, what was that language? No, you don't see him.
Okay. I'll just be on my way, and I'll go back home.
Alright. You head back home. Anyone else doing anything?
I was gonna say that the book that I got on that my father was very interested in from the church. I probably would have tried to pocket it and bring it home so I could read it at home.
All right, roll me both a stealth and sleight of hand check.
Okay. So stealth is good. It's a natural 19 plus 0. So 19. And sleight of hand is also good. Natural 18 plus 0, so 18.
All right. Yeah, you know how to sneak out, you know how to slip things. Not your first time doing anything like this.
Nope.
You take it.
Cool. So it being hidden under my pillow at home, I'd probably go home while Styx is having their conversation with Morgana and kind of like flip through it. Just see if there's
absolutely.
any...
Let me just quickly pull up that page.
Yeah, just see if there's any kind of like handwritten notes specifically, or if there's anything that's been like circled or highlighted, something that's not a part of the normal text of the book.
What do you... Wait. Can you rephrase that for a second? So hold on. That just didn't click in my head.
Sorry, so basically what I'm looking for is, like, I'm just quickly skimming through the book. Like, I'm not taking a whole lot of time to actually, like, read it in detail. I'm looking specifically for any handwritten notes or anything that's circled or anything that's been highlighted or underlined. So, basically anything that's not a part of the normal text.
Yeah, absolutely. Flipping through it, you come across a page, and this is not an illustrated book per se. Like, it wasn't created as a picture book. But you find a page, and you find a very recognizable name, Ilmater, and you find this actually really nice drawing of Ilmater. You recognize it completely looking at this little drawing.
Okay. So it's just like a sketched in drawing.
Someone drew that in. Yeah. It's really nice.
Okay. Interesting. Does it... And it depicts him perfectly.
Yeah, it's a very nice sketch of Ilmater.
I'm impressed he sat that long. Okay. And that's the only thing that kind of stands out?
At the I think as you're flipping through it, it comes as a little bit of a shock to you to see something like that in there. But you can definitely tell that the pages around this portion of the book have been read often. Like, it is the most worn part of the book.
Okay. If that's the case, then I would just read, like, 1 or 2 pages of like, around the drawing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just talking about Ilmater as a whole and sort of how, he is a god that takes on suffering. That's sort of a thing of persevering is his biggest thing. And it just kind of talks about his time spent on the rack and the torture that he endured. That's kind of the biggest thing in this section about how he experienced that pain and still comes out wanting to do good. He never turns evil. It's we suffer so we can succeed, so we can do better.
Okay. I'm just going to grab like a piece of paper off my desk. I don't care if it's homework from school or whatever. And just kind of like tear a piece off, like just really quickly, not really mindful of like being neat about it, about size or anything, and just kind of place it there and put the book back under my pillow, and then head to the beach and wait for Styx.
All right. What else are people doing?
Yeah, like when it starts to be nighttime, I'll go back to the beach. I'll be like, Morgana, I'm so sorry, darling. I must be off now to my home. Thanks for the toenail art, though. This was very lovely.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, thank you so. I've never painted my nails before. This was so fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again. And next time we'll do fingers. Just wait.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm looking so pretty. This is so fun.
Yes, it's very fun. I do enjoy it sometimes, you know. Even though I'm very, like, dark outside, like, sometimes you have to do nice things for yourself, you know, treat yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Alright, you take care. Enjoy whatever you're doing. I'm excited for more, council member champion time between us.
Yes, it's going quite well, actually. Yes. And you too, get a lovely sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you as well. Take care of me, darling.
Alright, good night. And then when Styx walks out of the cave, she does a big, like, exhale.
Alright. And you head to the beach?
I do.
Alrighty. So you head to the beach. I'm assuming you're just reciting your new tragic romance.
And their hearts, though beating as one, were forever separated in cages of separation and anxiety, and they were meant to be, though so far from each other's company.
I just want to quickly ask, Fred, Fred already went to the library. We went through everyone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, awesome. Cool. So that's kind of how you end your day. You spoke to Merlin, and now you're settling things down. I want to quickly ask, how long are you guys spending to prepare to go to the Lady of the Lake?
I mean, Morgana gave us a month, but do we really want to, like, kill a month and then do that thing where you do all the homework, like, the night before? Or, like, should we try to warm her up and then get the sword?
I think we should do, like, a 2-week, like, do research as much as possible, and, like, try and figure out, like, do we want to take a boat? Do we want to just, like, knock who's there? Do we, like, what do we want to do?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love thinking of, like, 5 kids keep having a rowboat over their heads or, like, a canoe and huffing it through the forest to the lake.
Yeah.
I don't see why we can't go visit the Lady of the Lake this next day and then create a game plan based on her reaction to us.
What if we get a bad first impression, though? Then we're done.
Not necessarily. We can always try to undo that. We can always try to make a better second impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred could
mean-
wow her with his antlers or something.
Oh boy.
Okay.
He started it.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do. We can take some time to, like, if we do, maybe let's do, like, a day of research at least, just to, like, know for sure that we know the, like, legends and all that.
Oh, yeah,
And then-
totally.
And then we can go, like, the day
Yeah.
after.
See if there's anything specific with that we can find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Like food preferences, or, you know, what she likes, her perfume, how mad she is at Merlin.
Yeah.
All those things that definitely
I love
get
that you
put in.
default to food every single time.
Hey, know what? People like food, and you can also hide things in food. Like pickles.
Like a wedding ring.
Imagine if someone ate it, though, and accidentally swallowed it. I'm sure someone's done that
choked.
before.
All I'm thinking is that TikTok where it's like the lesbian one where it's like eating the wedding ring inside my muffin on my second day and choking on it. That's all I'm thinking of
I have
right
not
now.
seen that, but I can imagine it. See, at least for Annabelle, Annabelle's trying to think of how to chop a pickle up small enough that she could hide it in something and then give it to Morgana. Although more accurately, she'd be telling Nim to chop it up and put it in something because she doesn't know how an oven works.
Right. So,
All right, what are you guys doing?
one day of research, and then the next day of traversing the woods to the west.
All right. So roll a history check as you are looking through the Muerte de Arthur.
Okie dokie.
19!
Oh, yeah.
Do all of us roll, or is it just Sticks?
You can all, if you're whoever plans on trying to contribute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was almost a good roll.
Ooh. Okay. 22.
And this is
5.
history, right?
14.
Yep.
Okay. That'll be 7.
Awesome. Who? Sorry, can we quickly say the rolls again? You guys were all some of you guys said it over top of each other.
Yes, 19.
7.
22.
14.
5.
Okay, so Oko, Styx, and Ari. Fred and Annabelle, you guys are trying to read this. You're just kind of drawing back on, like, oh boy, hold on, I feel like Fred might be teasing a little bit about Nimue still,
Yeah.
and Annabelle's trying to, like, stop it!
Yeah,
Stop!
concentrate!
And that's what you guys are doing?
Yeah, 100%.
Deal with that later. On your own time.
I'm just like drawing little hearts around her name whenever it comes up in the book.
Oh my god.
Are you...
But the rest of you, as you are reading, you read that she is, the Lady of the Lake is an enchantress who's also known as Nimue. She's appears throughout this book, but according to the legend, she lived in a castle beneath the lake surrounding the mystical island of Avalon. She raised Lancelot and gave Arthur the magical sword, Excalibur.
Fred, are you going high school girl on us writing, like, Nimue Van Duren in the book? Because that's really not going to help us.
Maybe she'll be flattered.
By you assuming that she'd take your last name?
Well, I am a king after all. I have a castle.
I mean,
So
maybe
does she.
some girls in this year, but, like, she's old. Like, old.
Yes, and in this book right here, and I pull out the book on etiquette that I took out from the library, it says that kings married for power and to make alliances.
Mm.
And therefore, if we were to forge an alliance with Nimue to, possibly put a wrench in Morgana's plans, I don't know, maybe she would take my last name. Who knows?
Why don't we focus on alliance and consider marriage later down the line when she actually knows you exist?
Fine.
You guys also read a little bit about Merlin in these stories of how they did kind of have like a fling for kind of a while. It was like there was something happening there, and then again, Merlin couldn't keep it in his pants, and then she tried to stab him.
Ooh.
And according to some legend, she actually succeeded in killing him.
I shouldn't be that excited about it, but it's a Tuesday. It's okay.
It is a Tuesday. Murder is acceptable on Tuesdays.
And fiery fits of passion. The bad kinds.
Ari, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I just was finding it funny that me, of all people, was the one doing the homework while the two over there had a lover's spat.
It was not a lover's spat.
We must indulge them. They're still budding in their romance.
Ari and
I'm-
Styx, seriously?
I am very clearly trying to entertain the idea of forming an alliance with another woman. I don't even want to talk about this.
Fred,
You keep telling yourself that,
Yeah,
Fred.
Wouldn't I be more
Distraction
jealous?
tactics.
Fred, you're kind of overcompensating.
Distraction tactics.
But I'm encouraging him to go get another girl. Why would I do that if I liked Fred?
Because you're playing coy, it's the tradition.
If I was playing coy, I'd
No,
tell him he
no.
looked dumb and then try and like do something to touch him and then giggle at any of his dumb jokes because that's what you do when you play coy and you like somebody.
It's not that you're playing coy. It's just you're trying to push him away because you don't want to admit what you feel for him.
Okay. Let me indulge you guys. Fred and I have grown up together since we were in diapers. Know what? Yes, we used to play house together and Fred was my husband and I used to scream at him in the little toy house to cook eggs faster. Is that what you guys wanted to hear?
Yes, now I have more fuel for the
close enough
poetry.
now. Back to homework.
Annabelle, you didn't have to tell them that. And look, I'm making a joke. I'm trying to lighten the mood about the world ending and us being very complicit in that. And there's no more to read into it, okay?
I think you need some Epsom salt and a
See?
lovely bath.
The funny thing is I'm also joking. But you guys are taking it so seriously and it's great.
What did you find? Let's just...
A lot. Let's get going. First off, Merlin, don't mention him to Nimue just yet because we need the sword definitely first.
Yeah.
And she has her own castle at the bottom of the lake, so that's fun. Let's do our best.
I think it's just going to be a matter of just figuring it out as we go, because there's not really a whole lot here other than, what's kind of already known.
Should we maybe talk to Edmina about the best way to the lake?
Or if we could borrow a boat or something? Yeah, sure.
I think maybe it would be a good idea if we can to just camp out there as well, because if we need to, I can go in stealthy sneak and just go and steal the sword.
How are we going to convince our parents to go out there, though? Like, I
We're
can't...
each going to a sleepover at the other's house.
Okay, but I don't think you understand my mom.
What about when the parents talk? Yeah, exactly.
If I said, like, oh yeah, I'm going over to Fred's house for a sleepover, then my mom surely would call his mom and be like, oh, hi, Miss Van Duren. How are you? How are the children? How are they eating their vegetables? Or, well, I guess not vegetables. She'd want me to eat meat cubes. She'd probably send them with me.
No, tell her that you're sleeping over at my house. With Ari.
So here's the funny part. If I actually tell my mom that I'm sleeping over at somebody else's house, that would be more suspicious than me just not going home.
Yes, exactly. So you don't have to worry about it. And then we can either sneak out my window, or I can just, I spend lots of nights just out on the beach. Like, it's not suspicious.
Okay. Well, let me try. Let's set a date for when we're doing this. Like, is it this week? Is it next week? Like, I gotta have an actual day, and she's probably gonna call your mom, so we're gonna have to tell your mom something if she can't find us, or else my mom will go ballistic.
We're going to the beach.
Okay, yeah.
It's very, very straightforward. And that's totally fine. How about this weekend, guys? Are you free?
I do have an idea of the story that we could tell.
I'm ready.
We could just say that we are rehearsing for the play, specifically Styx, and we just need the ambiance of the moonlight.
Yes, I'm very theatrical that way. It's totally believable.
Yeah, that's a good story. I mean, I'll probably change it a little bit to make my mom a little more inclined. Fred, we should match up stories.
I was just going to tell my mom that Edmina wanted me to go on a little night walk with her.
Okay. I guess I don't need to worry about what I make up then, contradicting what you make up. So, I'll just go with, I'm helping someone in my class with homework and assignments, and it's a sleepover thing, and hope she takes it well.
I mean, worst case scenario, I just stop by your place and help you break out, so...
Okie dokie. I guess I'll... Yeah, okay. I'll talk to my mom and see what she says.
Alright, guys, so what are we doing?
I'm gonna go home and try and talk to my mom.
Alright, I just want to double check. So, is the plan you're going to talk to your parents and then you're spending the week? Because this would be Sunday at this point that you guys did your research. So Monday is the next day. You guys have your apprenticeships, all that sort of a thing. So are you telling your parents, yeah, next weekend I'm going to a sleepover, and then that's what we're going to be doing?
At least that's what I was... Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was on the right page then.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so, Annabelle, you go home.
What time is it?
You,
is it evening, like dinner time, or...
It's probably, like, right before dinner, and you can see your mom in the kitchen trying to pretend like she's cooking, so it looks like she's doing stuff, but she's really not.
Cool. I'll come into the kitchen after I make myself presentable. I should say that. Like, really presentable. Like, exactly what she wants, so that she's happy. I'm gonna butter her up.
Alright, you sort of put on, kind of like, I'm thinking like, because this is kind of like, you would have kind of like more 80s clothes and all that jazz with your mom, 80s, 90s. So I think you would probably be wearing like, you know, like the shoulder pad, jacket, sort of, what's it called? Like the suit jacket, and with like a matching pair of a skirt and a blouse.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Maybe like pink tweed.
Just awful. Just awful. I mean,
Very Heather's musical.
I'm not trying to diss pink tweed at all, but in this case, awful. Hi, Mom. I'm home.
Annabelle, hello! As you can see, dinner is being made.
Of course. I just wanted to talk to you about something. So, it's... Okay. So, I know that you know Miss Foland and you know Styx, but Styx really didn't do well on one of her tests a couple weeks ago, and... the teacher doesn't want to tell anybody, of course, right? Because Styx might be embarrassed and people might make fun of her and, you know, all the usual things that we should be doing. But, you know, the teacher asked if I could help Styx and maybe tutor her. Just to help bring up her marks. And even though I don't really want to do it because, like, she's got those weird wraps on her face and stuff, I know that it would look really good. And you know, Fred's been all about, like, help people, and I'm so friendly, so, you know, it might make me look a lot better if I maybe went over to her house and stayed over on the weekend and helped her study.
I do just want to clarify, I don't think Styx has any, like,
I'm not
like
an actual mummy.
Okay, okay.
I'm just, like, emaciated.
It's just,
Emaciated, okay.
Yeah.
I'll still kind of stand by what I say. I'm pretending I don't pay very much attention to you.
Okay.
I mean, certainly could look really good post, you know, school. Like the whole weekend?
Not like, I don't know if it would be the whole weekend. Like, see, there's this thing where we're doing a bunch of, because we're in the last year and there's only like 5 of us. They're getting us to do a whole bunch of projects together, which kind of sucks because some of them are sort of weird. But it seems like the whole idea is that we're going to meet up on Sunday to get together and work on some group projects together, like all 5 of us. But if I help Styx on Saturday, then it's like we can go to the group and Styx will be like, oh yeah, Annabelle helped me. She's so smart and so nice. And, you know, then Catherine will be happy because Catherine's like, will be proud of Styx. And then Catherine will talk about how great I was in helping Styx. And, you know, it feeds.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Awesome. Okay.
I liked that excuse.
Hey, you make the monster, you gotta feed the monster. I know how this works. And you said advantage, right? Okay, so that's a 19.
Hey.
Oh, congratulations! You rolled higher than
I
one.
know, finally! Finally, this campaign and my other campaign, I've been rolling under 10 for the most part. I mean, it also might be that I've changed to physical dice now. So.
Yes, please stop. I mean, like, every time you've been rolling and I'm looking at the chat on D&D Beyond for our other one, I'm like, please,
I know.
no. I'll send you dice. Just
Yeah,
stop.
I finally set up something so that my dice roll straight with where I record. So,
Nice.
yeah. Anyways, 19.
Nice. Well, when you put it like that, I certainly think that could be an advantage for you. And, you know, the more people think of you highly, the more, you know, maybe a bit later when you and Fred are a little bit older and, you know, you've sort of settled into your positions on the island and we can see our family name rise up a bit in the ranks. You know, it could be good for them.
Exactly, just, you know, putting a really good image in his mind. So, and his parents too, right? Because I gotta show that I can help the future mayor. I know what's best for the town. I'm for the people.
For the people, wonderful. Well, it's nice to see you finally come around a little bit since our conversation over the summer.
know,
so that sounds good to me.
I don't know what it was, Mom. I have no idea what came over me. I mean, I'm still pretty on the veggies, I have to say, but I'm starting to realize that maybe there was a fault in my ways, and maybe my parents do know best. You know, it's all those growth hormones messing with my brain, but I'm sure I'll come around by the time I'm old enough to climb up that social ladder.
Wonderful, Annabelle. Wonderful. Well, dinner's gonna be on the table real soon, so go wash up and we'll have a lovely steak, and we also have chicken and actually a little bit of surprise, but duck.
Okay, great. I will go wash up and get ready for dinner, and I can't wait to eat with you and Dad. And I'll run upstairs and shove my face with some lettuce before, like, I'll eat a little bit of chicken just to make her happy. A little bit of chicken, a little bit of duck. Have enough to, like, make her not take back what she said.
Awesome. Alright, so you do that. Is there anything else anyone's doing during the week?
I'm just telling my mom that Ari and Annabelle are gonna sleep over on the weekend. Mother, I've made friends. They're coming to stay for 2 days.
Well, daughter, that sounds wonderful. It is so good to hear that you are engaging with your peers. Of course, you may have the sleep of the over. It will be quite a lovely time. When I go to the grocery store, I'll pick up some extra fishy crackers, more juice boxes, all the sorts.
Oh yes, can we get like double the amount of grape juice boxes because I just have been going through them like insanely fast. Yes, that. And then we're also going to be spending a lot of time at the beach during the night because really we have to work so hard on the play because, Mother, I got cast as Morgana, like I told you already. And I have to do so much practice and they're going to help me. We need the ambiance.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. And of course I'll pick up more juice boxes. Would you like the fruit of roll-up?
Yes, can I please have the fruit of roll-up? And maybe the gushers, too.
Oh, of course, of course, of course, of course. I certainly will. I will pick those up. I'll get lots of snacks, lots of fun things for the sleepover. I'll order you pizza. It'll be a good time.
Yes, thank you so much, Mother. I'm very excited.
Of course, of course. Well, I love you. Mwah.
I love you, Mother.
Awesome. Anything else for anyone else?
On Monday, I'd probably tell Edmina about the upcoming school project that we're all going to be doing on the weekend, in which we're going to need to go visit a lake of some sort and perhaps bring a boat with us, and then clear with her the story about me having to do work on the weekend for her at night to pass by Ramona so that I have nothing to worry about.
I'm sorry, you want... I slipped into a Scottish accent. Hold on. I'm sorry, you want to go into... You want to go past that... Look, okay. I know I've been letting you guys go past the border, because there's something going on, but you want to go in the middle of the night?
Well, actually, we're going during the day. We'll just be there overnight. That's not so bad, right?
So you're just staying. You're just to sleep over in the forest.
Yeah. It's a school project. We need to spend the night and perhaps go on a lake and maybe bring a boat with us.
Which lake?
It's the one in the west?
Did I tell you guys the right one? Shit, do I know my lefts from rights?
I believe that
It's-
originally
hold on.
you said east and then corrected
Never-
yourself to west.
Yeah.
I thought she said west and then
Never
corrected to east.
Oh no.
It was
the east.
It was
It's the east.
No, it was
Okay,
east to
okay.
west.
It's the east.
Yes.
It's the
Wow,
east.
if I just... Wow, only if I looked at the little northeast, southwest thing at the bottom corner when I said that. That I put in myself on the map. It's on the east.
Yes, we're going to visit the lake in the east. If we could perhaps procure a small rowing vessel, that would be wonderful. You know, our teachers would like us to be out on the water.
Fred, you make life so difficult.
Hey, complain to the school board, Edmina. I mean,
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Alright. I'll see what I can do. Okay? I don't like this. I don't even myself. I rarely go out past the border at night. I had to do so many rounds before you guys went on that godforsaken field trip.
I'm really sorry to make more work for you, but this has to happen. And you already know how pressing everything is. It is life or death.
Yep. Alright. Well, I'll start... You're gonna help me with this. Tomorrow, we're gonna start carrying a boat out that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Okay, now... Go do whatever you need to do and keep me updated.
I will. Thank you so much, Edmina. You have no idea how much this means.
Yep. Anything else for anyone else?
I'll probably talk to Samuel, and I'll just
Okay.
I'll just explain, like, hey, Samuel, I was wondering if I could talk to you about something.
Yeah, of course there, bud. What's up?
I was just... I wanted to kind of go on a little, I guess you could say a camping trip, like, and I just wanted to, I don't know, get out of the town and just kind of like be on my own for like the weekend and just be with nature and just have the quiet of mind.
Oko, I don't know how comfortable I feel letting you go off by yourself.
I mean, I've been on my own for plenty of times.
That doesn't mean I like it.
And I understand that, which is why I'm talking to you and not just running off. I'm coming to you because I respect your opinion and I need some time on my own.
Are you comfortable sharing why you need some time by yourself?
I had a dream a couple nights ago, and I saw my parents, and it was really hard. Really, really hard.
Roll a deception or persuasion.
Oh, they're both +2. That's a 15.
Alright, Oko, that's... Just let me know where, okay? So at least if you don't come back, I know where you're supposed to be.
Well, of course.
Sure, you can go ahead.
I'll come back for sure. And like I'm only gonna be gone, Saturday, Sunday. And I'll come back.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay.
Of course, just, I'm always here to talk if you need it.
Thank you. I'll give him like a quick little hug and like give him like the little like squeeze bear hug.
Oh. Alrighty. Wow. So we have Annabelle, Fred, and Oko off the list. Did we go over Sticks? I don't remember.
Yeah, we
I
did.
think we did.
Yeah, I
Yes,
was like,
yes, you
we
talked to
need
your
more
mother.
juice boxes.
Ari. Yes. Ari, what's up? What you doing? Anything?
Not specifically. I'd go to the church as per usual and just help clean up, maintain things, whatever, they ask. As far as, like, mom goes, not gonna say anything. No point. And,
Fair.
but I am going to, take some more time to go through the book, when I have a little bit of downtime to do so, specifically looking at, where it mentions, like, the triad.
Okay. Yeah, you read a little bit more about the triad. This whole book is actually supposed to be looking at them, but you do look into it. Where did it go? Where is it? Here we go. So of the triad, there are 5 figures in it. There is Lathander, Mystra, Torm, Ilmater, and Mieliki. All gods of their own, what's the word? They all got their own things, but they have all kind of come together to create this group in which they work together.
Okay. Sorry, so it was Lathandra, Mystra, Torm, Iliki, and Ilmater.
There's
correct?
5 of them.
Lathander, Mystra,
Yeah.
Torm, Ilmater, and I always end up getting this god for myself, but I can never pronounce it. It's like Mieliki.
Okay.
It's my best pronunciation of it.
Does it state specifically, like, why they created the triad?
Yes, hold on, I gotta find this thing. It does. I know it does. I just have to find it. Where'd you go? It is an alliance of good aligned deities. Okay, so the triad is supposed to be an alliance of 3 good aligned deities, though they do get... There is also these other figures coming in to do work with them, and Ilmater kind of specifically works with these 5 himself. The triad is specifically Tyr, Ilmater, and Torm, to which they were trying to bring justice to Bahamut. But Ilmater kind of ended up working more with those 5.
Okay, so basically, like, from what I gather is Ilmater was kind of like the person who started it, or like basically
Tyr was kind of more the one to start the whole triad as a whole.
Okay.
He wanted to, put an end to bad. But Ilmater is one of the more prominent figures in this.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just, like, I'm not, gonna bother, like, taking any notes or anything, but I am gonna grab that little post-it that I wrote "Do Not Fall" on, and just kind of stick it to the page that Ilmater is drawn on, and then, put it back away under my pillow.
Alright, and you put it underneath your pillow, and you guys end up wrapping up your week. You guys prepare for your sleepovers, your camping trips, and that's where we're gonna end it.